Welcome to another edition of Story Time with the King. Alright, let me go back to where I was. Alright, anyway, I was taking this class, right, y'all. And I just took this class because I had to. I just wanted to do it for the credit, give me something to do, you know. It was no biggie. I didn't think much of it. And it's another time I almost became famous, y'all. Another thing y'all know about the King. Alright. It was back in the 90s, right? I took this class. And this lady, her name was like Miss Christian or something like that. She was a home economics teacher. But anyway, while I'm in this class, right? I'm taking this class, and, I'm ambidextrous, so I can use both my hands. So I'm saying to myself, you know what I'm saying? I don't even want to be in this class, but all the other classes was full. And me being an athlete, I just really want to go to the gym. But, you know what I'm saying? I had to kind of buckle down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I was, fuck it, I'll take the class. But the lady was teaching us all about stitches and all the other stuff and everything, right? And I was like, you know, I'm ambidextrous, and she was trying to teach me how to sew, and I already knew how to sew. Because I'm like a self-taught type person, you know what I'm saying? I'll do shit the way it works for me. So, one day we in the class, and, she trying to teach us how to do these stitches and stuff, right? And she was like, I need y'all to stitch this right here, and this and another. So I was like, cool, I'm stitching, I'm sewing and shit, right? And, I thought it was kind of lame, but I went on and did it anyway. But as we taking this class, right, she looking at my stitch, and she was like, why you stitch that like that? I said, well, the way you teaching me to stitch, it's like when you stitch the way you stitch, it's like a loop, you know what I'm saying? You can pull it out. But I just stitched the way I felt like it should be stitched because, it's stronger. So she was like, show me what you're talking about. So I showed her, right? And it was an X. I was stitching in an X. She was like, that's an unusual stitch. She said, how are you doing that? I was like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it's stronger if I stitch an X versus stitching loops. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, that's interesting. So I ain't think nothing of it, y'all. So I go ahead, I do my little stitch, and she was like, it's strong too. And she's tugging on it and shit. So anyway, I'm taking this class. It's bullshit to me. But we had to make an outfit and shit. So I made an outfit, whatever, pass the class, whole 9 yards. I ain't thinking much of it. You know what I'm saying? Then I had to take class again. The following year, she gave me a certificate. I'm not paying attention to the certificate because I really didn't care. I didn't even want to take the class, but I took it because it was some credits. And she said, keep this certificate, right? So I didn't think nothing of it. But later on, this folks that came by the school, and they was like, they wanted me to show them how I did that stitch. I'm like, man, shit, man, it's been so long, man. Because I was into the shit for a brief second, but, man, I quickly got about that class. I didn't want to be in the class, but I had came up with a stitch that right now to this day, y'all probably don't know it, but if you see a sewing machine that has an X stitch on it, that's my stitch. I created that stitch back in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know I should have got a patent on it, right? I didn't get no patent on it. I was a kid. I didn't think shit of that. I was an athlete. I didn't give a fuck about being in nobody's class. I wanted to go play football, play basketball. That's just what I was. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete. So, But at the end of the day, that's another time that I could have been famous and they didn't get recognition for it. Well, I got recognition for it because she gave me a certificate, but to this day, no one knows that the X stitch came from me. That shit crazy, right? But y'all, I made the X stitch in a classroom back in the 90s. I just never got a pattern because no one ever told me to get a pattern. You know what I'm saying? If you create something back in the day, a lot of times you be around people and you do stuff, they don't tell you that, hey man, you might want to get a pattern on that. I didn't think none of that. I was a kid. Man, my teacher told me that shit, and then some people actually came out to see what the stitch out there was talking about. And that's my stitch, y'all. So, anytime you look at a sewing machine, and you see an X on there, like X stitch, guess what? The king created that stitch. Because I'm ambidextrous, you know what I'm saying? Just another little perk, though. A little something about me that people don't know. Anyway, as usual, 800 to 1,000, baby. Peace be with you.